Everyone's SDS SuperCoach, providing SuperCoach content for you. I'm here to present my final trades heading into round 10. I just thought I'd do a really quick video just updating you guys on what I'm doing personally. So, let's have a look. I still haven't decided out of Revel or Sullivan. I've just been switching and swapping between the two. If Sullivan's named sub, then that decision's very easy. But if Sullivan isn't named sub, I might go with Sullivan just because, as well as a little points advantages, as well as the lower break even. Um, I could actually loop Sullivan and McAuliffe tomorrow using Garcia. So that's the play. I'm going to get in Zorko, a 35-year-old. What can go wrong? Bring in Dayton Zorko. I don't know. I need to keep up at the pack to sort of keep my season alive, really. So I don't know. This is a play I'd probably like to bet against, but I just don't think you can bet against that run over the next month and that roll and that break even and that position. Like he's a forward. He's easily the third best forward in the game. So I just don't think I can bet against that. Taking out Roberts, taking out Reid, I think that's pretty obvious. So we're doing that. And it's either going to be Rebel or Sullivan. I'm going to be honest, guys. I have no idea who I'm going with. If Sullivan is a named sub, then I'll probably go with him and just, I don't know. There's a chance both these blokes will be out of the side. So, um, yeah, I'll probably go Sullivan if he's not named sub tomorrow. And if he is, then I'll go with Breville, obviously. Um, Robertson Reid out. I don't know. Yeah, I've still got too many I've still got too many rookies on field. So, has this been loaded up? Like, why isn't it showing the live scores? Um, yeah, I don't know. This season could be just about cooked for me. Oh, not cooked, but I'm a primo or two behind. I would have loved to have got in Zach Fisher. I could actually do the trade of getting in Zach Fisher, but also Jack McRae. But I prefer Zorko than just getting a couple of oh getting a couple of speculative. Sorry, had a pint at the pub, so just ignore me on that. But yeah, instead of going McRae and Fisher, I just decided to go with Zorko. I know he's going to be a top six forward when healthy, so that's really sort of the thought process there. Vice captain Luke Ryan into Gorn. Any other players on my side that I like as a vice captain? Strongen's got great history. Bont, no. Butters I like against the Hawks. Dawson as a vice captain I like against the Pies. Walsh might struggle tonight. Tough midfield to score well against. Tom Green, no. English, I do really like this matchup. If I didn't have one of Gorn or Ryan, I probably would have vice captained English. Heaney, no. Flanders, too late. If you vice captain Rao, good decision. Zorko, I don't vice captain or captain anyone I bring into my side that week. So, and Nick Dacos, she's will know, and Nick Dacos as well is a good vice captain as well if you want to go there. All right. I'll just really quickly do jump on, jump off. Probably the shortest version of jump on, jump off. Me and Brad's scheduling hasn't aligned, so I'll just quickly go through this. Harley Reid's a trade. I mean, if you've got bigger issues, then I would address them first. But I think, in my opinion, here's a trade. I think there's other blokes in the forward line that will out average him at a cheaper price. So I'd move on Harley Reid personally. Matty Roberts, I think, is more of a priority trade than Harley Reid. So if you do have Matt Roberts, please get rid of him and save the trouble. He's not even playing tonight, so I think that says it all. So definitely get rid of Matt Roberts. He is easily probably the. You could use him as a loop, actually. So maybe you could build the case to hold him, but I don't see the point. Like his break even so high, so I don't get it. Well, Graham, yeah, I have no issues with it, but just keep in mind with that lower break even, he could come back into the side. Five's a hold for me. Five's a hold. He's going up against the Saints. Goodbye. He has a goodbye, not goodbye. He has a goodbye. I do like Nat Five. I there's no change to the role. His break even's highs because he had a sub-rested game against the Tigers and scored pretty poorly against the Swans. Now that's obviously could be due to the sad passing of Cam McCarthy. So I would not move on that five if you have him. I think there's blokes like Roberts, Reid that you can trade out instead. Cadman's a definite trade. Get rid of him. Kim and Roberts are really my main two blokes that I would be getting rid of. McKercher I'd hold, and because they're going to say the timeline next week, and it could be short term. So I'd hold McKercher personally if you do have him, and just use him as a loop for this week. But if the news is that he's out for after the bye, I would trade him probably. Massimo's a definite trade as well. Please get rid of him. Probably should have already, to be honest. But yeah, Massimo's a definite trade. Blake Howes, yep, that's a trade as well. I've got to keep a hold of him because Reid and Roberts I consider as bigger priorities. But I don't know, he's playing up against West Coast, but the ball might not go down there that much. Zach Williams, with the lower break even, I'd actually hold Zach Williams. And with Carlton's injuries, his job security isn't in question. Hugo Garcia, I mean, it's fine, I guess. We don't know when he'll come back, but I don't know. I've got a feeling he'll come back in pretty soon, to be honest. I think a guy like Zach Jones shouldn't be getting a game ahead of him personally. Lockie Sullivan, perfectly fine to trade in. Same with Dane Zorka. I don't see any issues with this top three here. Perfectly fine. Greville or Sullivan, I can't tell you because I know whoever I go with, it'll be the wrong decision. So I'm not going to force people to lean towards one way than the other. They're both fine options. And then Zorko, yeah, I think that run over the next month. I've only got heading into this week, I only had like 4 or 5 plays with the round 12 buy, so I can afford to bring in a guy like Zorko. His price is going to skyrocket, and that buy and that fixture is just fantastic. Joe Richards, definite hold off him. Got blokes like Sullivan and Revel, who are better. Who are on the bubble this week, and they're both perfectly fine options. I don't know why people are going early on Joe Richards. Grab one of these two. Zach Butters, perfectly fine with that. 621K, a little bit on the expensive side, but I think that's perfectly fine if you want. I mean, he's got a really good buy. They've got a good run of fixtures over the next couple of weeks as well. Luke Ryan, I don't know. I just personally think this is a bit too expensive to be paying up for a player at this time of year. You can afford to get away with it, and same with Sarong. I think this can. I know they both have the good buy, but I don't know. I felt like it should have been last week if you wanted to jump on. I just think, yeah, it's a bit too much for my liking at this point of the year. Zach Fisher, I like it. Worth a crack. May as well. I mean, we haven't got much to lose in the forward line. May as well take a punt, especially the potential upgrade player at that sort of price. I just can't find a way to make my trades work to get him in. Otherwise, I would. Isaac Heaney, what's his break even? 132. He's got the Blues, who are pretty tough to score against in the midfield. And his buy's in round 12. I'd honestly wait until after his buy if you want to grab him personally. And Petrarca's perfectly fine. I might low-key prefer Oliver ahead of Petrarca just due to that forward time. But I don't see any issues with people bringing in Petrarca. He was one of my targets. But that forward time scares me, and I'd like to reassess before getting him in. I mean, he's got an 89 break even, so he'll go up in price, but yep. So yeah, that was a really quick jump on, jump off. I'll leave it there, guys. I mean, I don't really need to review the Gold Coast Geelong game. I feel, so as you can see, my buy round structure here. So I've got 6 players missing. So let's actually review that. We may as well while we're here. So we got Green, Sheasel, Zorko, and Heaney, who will all hold during the buys. Got Breville at the minute. I'll probably switch to Sullivan. I think I'm leaning more towards Sullivan. Just if he's not named sub tomorrow, I'll probably go Sullivan. Then Darcy Jones. So yeah, so probably 5 players with that buy. We can make some adjustments on field here in the forward line if need be. Get a bloke like Garcia if he gets named. I mean, you got Darcy Bilston in there as well, so that's fine. Okay, let's have a look. I think the round 13 buy might struggle. That's why I'm not getting in any more free or poor players because, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, yeah, nah. This could actually be a bad week for me because that is a lot of premiums. I'm going to have a lot of players on field just with that buy, but I might have overcooked it. I might trade Sweet at his buy. I know he didn't get named. What do you do if you still have Sweet at R2 and just banked on him getting the donut and playing? I would go Marshall. I'd bring in Rowan Marshall if you don't have him to fill in that R2 spot. I think he'll go close to Tim English, to be honest. So I'd go Marshall if that helps. Round 14 would have traded would have traded out Closey, Howes, Graham by then. I would have thought maybe Rogers, Walsh. I've only got 2 primos with that round 14 buy. I've only just noticed. So I've got 20 players with that buy, but a lot of these are rookies. So the first 2 buy rounds could be a struggle premium wise, but could be after round 15. Oh, okay, we've got a few primos here, yeah. Wilson probably would have traded out by the probably would trade out at the buy, same with Garcia if he gets back. And Darcy. So yeah, look. And this is why this because I will eventually trade Jordan Sweet out, probably when Soldo's back, but I'll probably swing just Jackson into R2. So I think my buy round structure is looking all right. I could probably afford to get in a premium with this buy. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I've got 3 primos with that buy. Who have any Melbourne defenders, any Gold Coast defenders? Not really. Have the Saints got that buy? No, they don't. Because I am low-key considering. West Coast, no. Geelong. Yeah, Tom Stewart would actually really help with this buy structure if I got him in, to be honest. But I don't know if he's cooked or not, to be honest. So yeah, look, we'll leave it there, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a ripping weekend in Supercoach and in general. So I'll see you guys in the round review, probably on Sunday or Monday. Have a good one, guys. Catch ya.